probably don't have to be open. I'll close a couple things. That might help my frames. Hello, good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great morning, afternoon, evening, or whatever it is, whatever part of the day you are in, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the show. I've got some stuff for you today. So one of y'all came in the show yesterday. I think it was Steve Running. And it said that Donald Trump was selling off Arctic rights for oil drilling. No surprise there. You know, it does affect the land, and you know, oil is bad. It's just an unhealthy form of energy. It's unhealthy for our lungs, and it's unhealthy for drilling and things, the oil spills and stuff like that. But this is what we've chosen to do. You know, this is basically our way of life, and all seem to be okay with it, and we're all still driving our fucking cars around. You know, I'm putting oil and gas in my fucking Roxor, and I'm not really that concerned about it. But at the same time, things are pretty fucking bad. There's really no need to make them worse, right? Jimmy Dore makes some really good fucking points about what Donald Trump is doing, and then totally flips it around, and you guys, you just you should see this video. So I've grabbed it right here, and I'm gonna pull it up, and we're gonna watch it together and smoke. I'm gonna do some dabbies, and we're gonna discuss some of this. But I've been watching all kinds of stuff this morning. I was watching Kyle Klinsky. I was watching Jimmy Dore. I was watching this Sidney Powell that she's been giving, you know, anyone that will listen to her. She's talking to whoever will listen to her. And we're going to discuss all of this. So make sure you stick around for all of this. Steve Running, thanks for the heads up on this video from Jimmy Dore.
Said, hey, guess what, everybody? Trump administration rushes to sell oil rights in Arctic National Wildlife Refuge.
Let me know if you can hear and see everything okay, guys.
Trump administration rushes to sell oil rights in Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. Because why not? He still has the keys for a few more months. Why not? Hey, could someone from QAnon tell me how this is part of the big plan?
Right?
This is literally what he's doing. He loses an election, and then he rushes to sell oil rights
right, Chris.
in an Arctic National Wildlife Refuge.
What's up, everybody? Lisa,
this is the equivalent
Evans,
of Trump
Roger,
farting
Chris,
on the
David,
door as he leaves a party.
Michael, Steve, Debbie. Okay, Doc.
And by the way,
thank you, Doc.
All you people who are still Trumpers, I know he got like 70-some million votes, the largest vote getting of any Republican ever. So there's a lot of people who are still pro-Trump in the United States. This is what Trump is doing instead of pardoning Julian Assange. This is what Trump is doing instead of pardoning Edward Snowden. This is what he's doing.
Hello, Amanda. You guys pay attention.
Just so you know. It's the latest push by the Trump administration to auction off development rights in the pristine landscape before President-elect Joe Biden takes office. So that way Joe Biden doesn't have to do it.
Got a dab here.
Starting Tuesday, oil and gas companies can pick which parts of Alaska's Arctic National Wildlife Refuge they're interested in drilling.
You can pick them? Just
Imagine
go ahead and
being
pick
that
them.
evil, just for a second.
It's so stupid.
Imagine being that evil.
Hey, Stukes.
Which
Yeah,
pristine land do I want to ruin today? I've got my pick of the litter.
I'm waiting for him to throw up again today. He went outside and ate. Remember I told you he went and he threw up next to the fire last night? He went out there this morning and ate all of it. He ate all of it. Everything that he threw up last night, he went out there and ate it off the fucking ground. And, you know, I'm just waiting for him to throw up again, I guess. You know, he's going to throw up again. In fact, I should probably put this page down in case he goes to this one spot. I've got this little puppy pad here. If he has to throw up, maybe he'll throw up into this. If you have to spew into this Dixie cup. You want to go outside, you little pig in the ass? Oh, look how clean it is out here. Dude, without all those cardboard boxes, man. I went out there yesterday. I burned all the cardboard boxes. Everything looks so good. Wow, it's so clean. The yard is so clean. I'm so happy. I just have to clean the inside of the house now. You're getting your results on Monday. Okay, Carson, I hope you don't have it. Give him some juice. I'm hearing all kinds of information from all kinds of people. But anyway, I just wanted to catch you up on what happened with Rogan. Yeah, he went out and ate up all of his puke this morning. Because he ate the food, walked outside, and threw it up. It was not digested at all. It never even went down into his stomach, man. You know, something is blocking his stomach, obviously. So he ate it, though. He's a little trooper.
Like a kid in a candy store.
Sugar, help him get motivated.
The American Petroleum Institute,
All right, let's do
a
that.
National Trade Association, welcomed the call for nominations, saying in a statement that development in the Arctic refuge is long overdue.
Long overdue?
Yes, we've been waiting to ruin this piece of land for a long time. Finally, we're
Good,
given an
Evan.
opportunity just in case society does something about fossil fuels.
That's all right,
The
Steve.
Arctic Refuge's coast
Rather you
plain
guys
is
talk to
about
me than not say
1.6
anything.
million acres. It's a place where caribou migrate, polar bears den, and migratory birds feed. It's also an area believed to hold billions of barrels of untapped oil.
No law regarding cannabis.
If
Cannabis
drilling
system tips
leases
for all.
are
Cheers, everybody.
finalized before Biden takes office, they will be difficult to revoke. Doubtful Joe Biden would revoke them anyway, but it's a good thing the excuse is there that it's hard to do. And what does Barack Obama say about this? Barack Obama says about Trump, this is not normal.
Oh, really?
Can I just tell you? Obama administration approves Arctic drilling. It's very normal. This is very normal. This
Watch
guy
this.
saying what Trump is doing
Watch
is not
this.
normal is a liar of the highest order. Barack Obama is a war criminal, a liar, and an enemy of workers and the environment because that's what this guy did, and he's a liar. Either we unify against the corporatocracy or we perish. Because Donald Trump and Barack Obama are the same. I know that sounds weird, right? Huh?
That sounds weird. Isn't that weird?
One of them took us from 2 wars to 7. One of them made the banks bigger. One of them made the banks bigger while kicking 5.1 million families out of their house. One of them opened the Arctic to drilling
Hey, Brian.
twice whenever showing oil gas. One of them gassed immigrants at the border. One of them put immigrants in cages.
You hear all that? Did you hear all
One
that?
of them put fracking pipes underneath this country.
You hear that?
One of them let cops crack the heads of peaceful protesters that occupy Wall Street.
Obama.
One of them let it play out at DAPL.
Obama.
One of them killed 9 out of 10 innocent people with a drone strike.
Obama.
Constantly, every day. One of them. That's normal. But Trump opening up the Arctic to oil companies isn't normal? Well, yes, it is normal. But that's exactly
Obama.
what Barack Obama did too.
Obama opened it up.
He's different than Trump. In a lot of ways, he was a lot worse than Trump. In a lot of ways. Not just 1 or 2.
Because he did it behind our backs.
In a lot of ways.
Do something like that on a fucking Friday night.
So what does this leave us? We have to unite against both of these motherfuckers.
Wouldn't that be funny
The
if that was
Democrats
if that
and the Republicans.
Wouldn't it be funny if
When I
that
say Democrats, I mean all the Democrats. I don't. We have to unite against both.
Wouldn't it be funny if that report was actually that tweet was on a Friday night? I'm gonna just check really fast. November 13th. Oh no. Oh, that's the other one. Sorry, my bad. That's the new tweet. I clicked on the wrong thing. Here we go. Monday. No, it was a Monday. Yeah. So he reported that on a Monday. So fucking Barack Obama did it on a Friday, and nobody knew about it, and then they start talking about it on a Monday, right? Pfft, fucking A.
A lot worse than Trump.
They always
A
do
lot
the
worse.
sneaky
Not
shit on
even one.
Fridays. Barack Obama included.
In a lot of ways.
Oh, wait.
So what does this leave us?
Wait, Doc, you watch my show and you don't know that Barack Obama and Michelle Obama are fucking cunts? Really? You haven't heard me talk about this yet? The Obamas are cunts, okay? They support child pedophilia, bro. Okay? When Netflix came out with their little child flicks bullshit, the Obamas supported them through all of that. You know? Who were doing a fucking deal with Netflix at the time. Dude, the Obamas are fucking monsters. All right? That's not hyperbole. That is fucking truth. Hyperbole. My bad.
Thus, we have to unite against both of these motherfuckers. The Democrats and the Republicans. And when I say Democrats, I mean all the Democrats. I don't... You know, the good one, like AOC, who's right now pretending that it's the Republicans who did the CARES Act. It's the AOC pretending it's the Republicans who did the wars.
You can't
AOC being a...
You can't hold them true on one transgression, Doc, and then forgive them for everything else they've done and not look at it. You know, if I told you that somebody did something horrible, guaranteed they've probably done other horrible things too.
Partisan.
It's just the nature of human beings.
And gaslighting people into thinking that the Democrats are actually an opposition party.
Good, I'm glad, Doc. I'm glad.
Democrats are
because the
not an
Obamas were
opposition
fucking
party.
shit. And they still are pieces of fucking shit.
Just so you know, the Democrats are not an opposition party. Joe Biden is not in opposition to Donald Trump's policies. Neither is Nancy Pelosi, by the way. And they all agree on keeping you away from health care.
Doesn't his gray hair look great?
For what? For profit. So someone else can profit while you stay sick and go bankrupt. That's the problem. That's why we got Trump, because of Barack Obama. Normalized stuff like this. Normalized the banks running our economy. Normalized war. Normalized making the Bush tax cuts permanent. Normalized keeping Guantanamo open. Normalized torturing whistleblowers. Barack Obama did that. Barack Obama tortured whistleblowers. He did that. Barack Obama prosecuted whistleblowers. He did that. Everything he said Trump is not normal, he did it. Barack Obama did it first.
Thanks, Carson.
Whatever you say Trump did, he did it first. Oh, he didn't have a Muslim ban though. S, he did. And B, he bombed the Muslims, which is a little worse than banning them at the airports. But now you've got AOC running around telling everybody it's the Republicans that are bad. And she carries water for Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and Joe Biden. That's what AOC is doing right now. And she's lying to who? She's not lying to Republicans. She's lying to her own followers. Hey, everybody, this is the part where I tell you
Hey, everybody. Can't promote dick. See you later. There's nothing going on here. Nothing to see here. No one's got a job. Fuck it. He's so funny.
Are, but there aren't any. And this is why I tell you we join our premium program, get extra content, but nobody's got a fucking job. So just enjoy the video.
He's the best, man. So I got something else for you here. I think you guys are going to find this interesting. Yeah.
Candidate to begin with.
35 and
Candidates to begin with. Candidate. She sounds like Mitch McConnell.
in a particular state, or you say 35,000 where?
We've got it definitely all over one state, and I would be willing to bet it happened everywhere.
And when you lay all this out, and you're going to do this in
I
court,
would be willing to bet.
do you have what you think is
Mitch
irrefutable
McConnell's
evidence
turned into
that
a
will-
woman.
that will make
Mitch
up the minds
McConnell's
of
turned
millions
into
of
a
American
woman.
people?
He's going to defend Donald Trump.
Well, the burden of proof in court is only a preponderance of the evidence.
It's a
It's not beyond
preponderance.
reasonable doubt. That's
It's
the
not
criminal
beyond-
standard.
It's
But
not like the
frankly,
criminal
with everything
standard.
we've got, these should
Hey,
be
Danny
criminal
Anderson, what's up,
prosecutions
buddy?
At a significant level for fraud and conspiracy to defraud provable beyond a reasonable doubt. There are hundreds of thousands of people in our criminal system right now in prison who were convicted on far less evidence of guilt than we have here.
City Powell, I want you to react to something that this Republican senator from Pennsylvania, Pat Toomey,
Just recount
said
the votes, you
in
stupid
reaction
cunt.
to the district court judge's decision. The district court judge is someone who's very close to Pat Toomey. Senator Toomey says,
You know, just recount the fucking votes and quit bitching, you stupid cunt. How about that? You go ahead and recount the votes, and you can fucking hand count them yourself, you silly little cunt. Okay? You fucking child fucking cunt.
that President Trump has now, quote, exhausted all plausible legal options to challenge the result of the presidential race in Pennsylvania.
Count
Is
'em.
that true?
You're gonna lose again,
No,
you
that's
stupid
not true
cunt.
at all.
Oh, it's not true
Can you
at all.
explain why the
Hardly
senator's wrong?
begun to
That's
fight.
not.
Can you explain
That's
why
not.
is the senator wrong?
Let's listen to that again.
This Republican senator from Pennsylvania, Pat Toomey, just said in reaction to the district court judge's decision. The district court judge is someone who's very close to Pat Toomey. Senator Toomey says that President Trump has now, quote, exhausted all plausible legal options to challenge the result of the presidential race in Pennsylvania. Is that true?
Boom. But do you guys want to hear that a couple times over and over again, and maybe it will sink into a Trump supporter's brain? Because listen to her level of denial after he says that.
No, that's not true at all.
No, that's not true at all. I'm Mitch McConnell turned into a woman. Hi, everybody. I sound just like Mitch McConnell, but I'm a woman. I'm here to defend Donald Trump just like Mitch McConnell does. I'm here to subvert democracy. I'm going to subvert democracy. I'm a democracy subversive. That's what I'm going to do.
In Pennsylvania. Is that true? The district court judge's decision. The district court judge is someone who's very close to Pat Toomey. Senator Toomey says that President Trump has now, quote, exhausted all plausible legal options to challenge the result of the presidential race in Pennsylvania. Who's very close to Pat Toomey. Senator Toomey says that President Trump has now, quote, exhausted all plausible legal options to challenge the result of the presidential race in Pennsylvania. Who's very close to Pat Toomey. Senator Toomey says that President Trump has now, quote, exhausted all plausible legal options to challenge the result of the presidential race in Pennsylvania. Quote, exhausted all plausible legal options. 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 He says that President Trump has now, quote, exhausted all plausible legal options to challenge the result of the presidential race in Pennsylvania. Is that true?
No, that's not true at all.
No, it's not true at all. I'm Mitch McConnell. I've got a pussy now. I've turned into a woman. And I'm here to tell you, I'm here to defend Donald Trump until I die. I've got my tongue so far up Donald Trump's tank, I can tell you what he had for breakfast when he was 6 years old, because I like little children. Ho, ho, ho.
Can you explain why the senator's wrong?
To fight.
Can you explain why is
Never
the
gonna
senator
fight.
wrong?
Well, he's wrong because Pennsylvania was one of the hotbeds of many varieties of fraud and criminal acts that the Department of...
Man, did you hear her voice get all trembly there for a second? Oh, Mitch McConnell. She's getting all McConnelly with her. Oh.
Justice, frankly, should be in there prosecuting. And we're going to dump a whole lot of them into evidence in our fraud case that we're going to file in Pennsylvania.
Oh, are you?
The Justice Department isn't being more aggressive in
Are
following
you?
up on what you see.
Wow, the Republican Senator Toomey just said you've exhausted all possible options. You've exhausted them all. What is your lying lawyer cunt ass gonna do now, you stupid, dumb bitch?
I think the Justice Department has known about this issue for a long time and turned a blind eye to it.
Why?
I don't know how much the CIA actually had a role in starting this kind of program.
I'm doing a dab,
Why would-
by the way.
Countries.
Why would Donald Trump's Justice Department not be interested in this?
Well, I wish Donald Trump had as much control over the Justice Department as people think he does. It's taken on a life of its own, and I don't think even Bill Barr has the control over the Justice Department that he would like to have.
I know.
because there are so many lawyers in so many different places doing whatever it is they want to do and ignoring the standards and practices that historically created the
It's
Justice
called filibustering.
Department.
She's talking loud and saying nothing.
I mean, I wrote a book about that back in 2014.
She's saying absolutely nothing.
So, I mean, we've been on this increasingly bad path for decades now, and it's done nothing but get worse.
Filibustering.
Because nobody's told the truth and stood up for the truth, but Americans are now.
No law regarding
They're
cannabis.
livid
Cannabis
about
isn't
this,
just for all. Cheers,
and they
everybody.
could see it. Everybody saw it election night. They saw
Cyber
votes being
style.
subtracted from President Trump and appearing on the Biden side of the scale. And that's exactly what this Dominion system was designed to do.
And
we
there's
have
been,
eyewitness testimony to its entire creation for that very purpose.
there have been warnings about this system. We were talking about it earlier, Sydney. I mean, you had Senators Warren and Klobuchar that made a big stink about the 2018 midterms, saying that they don't trust Dominion, that they saw evidence that votes could be switched using these systems. These are Democrats who ran for
Right.
president. What I don't understand is how does this get ignored? I mean, this is a nationwide, this is a democracy shocking scandal.
Oh boy, isn't it ironic? Isn't it ironic when Democratic senators tell Donald Trump there's something wrong with this voting software, we want you to swap it out, and Donald Trump sticks his thumb up his ass and doesn't do anything, and that same software fucks him up his ass on his election? Ah! It's fucking beautiful! It's fucking beautiful. It is fucking beautiful. You can't find this level of karma, payback, of someone getting what they deserve in a movie anywhere. This is, and that is why I'm bringing you this. And let me tell you, to all the fucking pussies out there who are leaving this show, you're missing one of the most enjoyable moments of this whole process, is watching these motherfuckers calling each other out on their own bullshit. And you fucking pussies are leaving this show. Either one, you don't get it, you can't understand it because you're not paying attention. Two, you disagree with it all, and you're a fucking cunt, and you're a pussy, and you can't sit here and have fun and poke fun at it and laugh at it, which is what you should fucking do. There should be 100, there should be 1,000 people here enjoying this shit with us right now. And I'm literally watching people run off. So I'm thinking it's one of two things. Number one, you're offended by the truth. Number two, you're offended by me. Well, let me tell you something. You're a fucking pussy. I find you offensive. Get the fuck out of my live stream. How about that? Fuck you. And to the rest of you, thank you for staying. I love you guys. And I always bring you good shit. And this right here, like I said, it doesn't get any better than listening to this, right? After watching Jimmy Dore, listening to this, and then hearing my commentary over the fucking top of this. You're not going to get it any better anywhere else.
If it is true.
It is.
And it's so big, I can't even wrap my head around it. I just wonder, how does this happen?
Well, that's exactly how it happens, because it's so big, nobody wants to wrap their head around it. Nobody wants to untie all the little knots that go into it.
Yeah.
But we have to if we're going to be a constitutional republic. This cannot go on. Our votes must be counted fair and true. Every legal vote is entitled to be counted, and every illegal vote nullifies the vote of an American citizen and our public will of we the people. It's absolutely counter to everything this country was founded on. So we have got to get this fixed now. We can't.
You guys want to see
can't
something cool?
unsee it. I'll tell you that.
Look at this.
I certainly cannot unsee what I have seen. And I'm going to make sure everybody else knows everything I've seen too. Because we've got to hold our government institutions accountable and do better than this by each other. And it does cut across both political parties. It cuts across generations now, or at least multiple decades of this kind of corruption that's got increasingly more sophisticated.
Has anybody given you...
Just smudge the edge of a ballot and stick it through the machine, and if the ballot would be rejected. But now they can literally drag and drop hundreds of thousands of votes wherever they want them.
I mean,
And everybody knew when they bought this system that that was one of the features of the system. we've caught people lying now and saying that things that happened that ran people out of voting areas, and we've got tons of evidence. It's so much, it's hard to pull it all together.
I mean, how big
Karsten,
of a,
thank you
if-
for
if this
talking to
happened, how big of a
me. I love you,
conspiracy? How many
Karsten.
people would
Thank
have
you,
had to
buddy.
have been in on something like this?
Thank you, buddy.
Oh gosh, probably.
It is cool equipment, isn't it?
thousands,
That's what I get
including
to sit and look
people
at
running
while I'm doing the live stream. It's
machines
kind of
into
cool.
the polling centers. We know, for example, that one of the higher ups of Dominion went to Detroit the night of the election to handle things himself. And we also have evidence that there were any number of VPN lines open to the internet for foreign actors to be meddling in it.
Has anybody given you an explanation that as to why they had to turn the machines off? You talk about how the machines got turned off
yes,
and then there was a meltdown.
our witness from Venezuela who saw it all created and how it worked.
Here, I adjusted
said that
it.
He knew as soon as the machines were turned off and those key straights, it was because we, the people, in voting for Trump in a landslide election, has essentially broken the algorithm that had been pre-programmed into the machine. So they had to stop counting in those states and areas and backfill the vote with fraudulent mail-in ballots or whatever means they used to do it, whether they just injected numbers or trashed votes for Trump otherwise and changed the numbers. I don't know exactly how they did it right now in each spot, but that's essentially the way it worked.
Let me ask you about the state of Georgia. Obviously, yesterday, the governor there, he certified the election for Joe Biden.
Wow,
About
it won't
12,000
focus.
votes.
I don't
And
know
what
why
do
it
you
won't
see?
focus.
Will Georgia switch?
Yeah, that's a total
There we
farce.
go. Yeah.
Georgia's probably going to be the first state I'm going to blow up, and Mr. Kemp and the Secretary of State need to go with it because they're in on the Dominion scam with their last-minute purchase or award of a contract to Dominion of $100 million. The State Bureau of Investigation for Georgia ought to be looking into financial benefits received by Mr. Kemp and the Secretary of State's family about that time. And another benefit Dominion was created to award is what I would call election insurance. That's why Hugo Chavez had it created in the first place. But I also wonder where he got the technology, where it actually came from, because I think it's hammer and scorecard from the CIA.
Just to clarify, you're saying that Governor Kemp, who's been a longtime ally of the president, is directly involved because of financial benefit in the conspiracy to defeat the president in Georgia?
We have certainly been told
I
that
used,
there is evidence of that and would warrant an investigation if anybody were actually
I used that on the guitar last night, and it sounded so good. I wonder if my voice sounds good through it.
going to do an honest investigation.
What more could you tell us about that alleged conspiracy? Is the governor's involved?
I can't give you any more details on that now, but it would certainly warrant an investigation.
George-
If it had been reported to me as a law enforcement officer, I would be investigating it steadfastly.
I know you say you want to do your arguing in court. You are an attorney. You're not a press secretary, but you all did have a press conference last week. Jordan Sekelo said that there's going to be a filing soon in Georgia that would be explosive. Can you tell us anything? Can you make some news with us here tonight? Tell us anything new that you're going to present in that filing in Georgia?
No.
Well, I can't say that yet, but hopefully this week we will.
I haven't heard this yet.
File.
I hadn't got this far. I knew she wasn't
It
going to
will
say
be
anything.
biblical.
Biblical. What is the state where where was it the worst? From what you see and what you're...
So, H.A. Goodman he heard this interview, right? He watched this interview yesterday, and he did a thing on it last night. And I watched H.A. Goodman's last night, and I listened to what he said. I watched the interview. Watched what she said, and she had a lot to say. She's going to reveal the evidence, and if and when she reveals the evidence, we'll know. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go listen to this fucking interview, and I'm gonna see what H.A. Goodman's talking about. This woman is a lawyer. Okay, she's literally a lawyer for Donald Trump. Does that okay? If you didn't know that, and now you know that she is a lawyer for Donald Trump, and it makes way more sense that she's just totally bullshitting, press number 1. That's a lawyer for Donald Trump. Her job is to lie and defend, lie for, and defend Donald Trump. That's her job. He's paying her money to do this.
Alleging what state was switched the most?
She's a lawyer,
That's really
bro.
hard to say. Georgia is extremely bad.
That's Donald Trump's
We've
lawyer.
got ballots being shredded, ballots being thrown out in trash bags, lying by people working in the center.
Now he asked her. He said, what state would you say is it the worst? And listen to what her answer is. You've got a lot of evidence. Which one's the worst? Listen to her answer.
Wow.
Sydney, what's
And it will be biblical.
It will be biblical.
What is the state where
Flag.
Where was it the worst?
Where was
From
it
what
the
you
worst?
see and what you're alleging, what state, was switched the most?
What state's the worst?
Oh, that's really hard to say. Georgia is extremely.
That's really hard to say. Which one's the worst? You've got this preponderance of evidence, and you don't have one state that's out in front of all of them that you guys are focusing on the most, that's going to be the one that secures the election for you. That's kind of weird coming from the lawyer who's supposedly in charge of all of this. It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Bad.
Shout out Jimmy Dore.
We've got ballots being shredded, ballots being thrown out in trash bags, lying by
Georgia?
people working in the center,
In Georgia.
the votes being switched, the algorithms being run. You name the manner of fraud, and it occurred in Georgia.
These are in the
Across
Atlanta area
multiple
counties, those counties, Fulton, DeKalb.
Yeah, I think the algorithm ran most probably across the country. Can I say that for sure yet? No, I can't say that for sure
Okay,
yet.
okay. I want you to see what she just did to the conversation there. Okay? She just said that all of these forms of fraud occurred in Georgia, right? Said, and I want you to hear her say what those forms of fraud were.
The votes being switched, the algorithms being run. You name the manner of fraud, and it occurred in Georgia.
These are what you see and what you're alleging. What state was switched the most?
Okay, listen to all the things she says.
So that's really hard to say. Georgia is extremely bad. We've got ballots being shredded, ballots being thrown out in trash bags, lying by people working in the center.
Okay, lying.
The votes being switched, the algorithms being run. You name the manner of fraud, and it occurred in
She said
Georgia.
5 things.
These are in the Atlanta area
counties.
counties, those counties, Fulton, DeKalb.
Yeah, I think the algorithm ran most probably across the country. Can I say that for sure yet?
So he asked her, which state is it the worst in? She names Georgia, but before she says Georgia, she says, oh, it's hard to say, but Georgia's bad. She says 5 things that they've got reports on in Georgia, right? She names the 5 things and then proceeds to start talking about nationally. No longer wants to name which state this is the worst in. She has no idea, right? She's got nothing. So she's switching the conversation over now to speak about this algorithm. Out of the 5 things, she named an algorithm, right? Now she's saying, I want to talk about this nationally. I don't want to talk about, can I say that? She says. So let's see where she goes with it. I have no idea where she's going with this.
No, I can't say that for sure yet, but it looks that way. And it looks like 35,000 votes were added to every Democratic candidate.
You also talked about this ability of the system, and I thought this was so interesting when you said it, that it can take a vote and it can make a vote for Biden worth more than a vote for Trump. Do you think that happened, or is that another part of the system that maybe wasn't used?
Oh, yes.
No, I think that definitely happened.
Oh,
I
definitely.
think that was the first step with the system, to weight the votes.
She's just like, at that moment, she's like, thank you, dude. She's like, if you were here right now, I would suck your dick. She's like, thank you for giving me that fucking information. She's like, I didn't even think of that. And now all of a sudden, she has no idea. She's like walking through this like this. She has no idea what she's doing, and he just shined a big spotlight on something for her to fucking sink her little fucking cunt into, her little cunt teeth into.
So that a Biden vote is worth 1.23, say, and a Trump vote is worth
I'm out of coffee.
The rest of that. And so the Trump vote is about 3/4, and the Biden vote is 1 1/4. And that way, you can see the reports and the records of fractional numbers for the votes.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
It is. I mean, everything you're alleging.
She's alleging. Okay, so she says you can see the reports for the fractional votes. Let's listen to that again.
Biden vote is 1 1/4. And that way, you can see the reports and the records of fractional numbers, the rest of that. And so the Trump vote is about 3/4, and the Biden vote is 1 1/4. No, I think that definitely happened. I think that was the first step with the system, to weight the votes so that a Biden vote is worth 1.2.
Make a vote for Biden worth more than a vote for Trump.
Look at the guy next to him shaking his head.
This ability of the system, and I thought this was so interesting when you said it, that it can take a vote and it can make a vote for Biden worth more than a vote for Trump. Do you think that happened, or is that another part of the system that maybe wasn't used?
No, I think that definitely happened. I think that was the first step with the system. Algorithm ran.
This is so. I'm playing this over and over again because I'm in.
For sure, yes, no.
I am in shock at the theater. I'm in shock at the theater, and I know they're bilking you suckers for money. You, the people that are still supporting Donald Trump, they are sucking your dicks for your money. That is exactly what they're doing to you right now, and they're all just like, they all know. She knows, and those two guys know, and they're like, let's make this as good as we can, hon, okay? And she's like, yeah. She's like, let's get on this.
I can't say that for sure yet, but it looks that way.
They're trying to get your money.
35,000 votes were added to every Democratic candidate.
You also talked about this ability of the system, and I thought this was so interesting when you said it, that it can take a vote.
You also talked about this. Now, that is what I kept missing. I was like, where is he getting this information from? Oh, she put it out there. This is information that they got from her that she probably forgot about. And I just love it. They made this up. And she's the one who made it up. So he uses her as a source because Newsmax, you know, this is fucking Newsmax.
You also talked about this ability of the system, and I thought this was so interesting when you said it, that it can take a vote and it can make a vote for Biden worth more than a vote for Trump. Do you think that happened, or is that another part of the system that maybe wasn't used?
No, I think that definitely happened. I think that was the first step with the system, to weight the votes so that a Biden vote is worth 1.23, say, and a Trump vote is worth the rest of that. And so the Trump vote is about 3/4.
Sounds like what a voting machine would do.
And that way, you can see the reports and the records of fractional numbers for the votes.
What?
It's nuts.
It is. I mean, everything you're alleging.
She says there is in the reports. It goes to a fraction of a vote in the reports. Whenever it's counting votes, so she goes, when you look at the reports, it says fractions of votes. She says you can see it. It's nuts. You know what? I want to see that. Where is it, bitch? Show me the fucking reports. You can see it in the reports. Fractions of votes. It's nuts. Okay, show me the money, bitch.
Frankly, is nuts, which is why I think you're getting so much scrutiny and so much criticism. But if it's true, and we don't know, and that's just a simple thing, is that we don't know yet if it's true because we can't.
Cheers, guys. No longer going to cannabis. Cannabis isn't for all
Michigan. Michigan's a bigger margin. Than
this is a great interview.
Maybe 150,000. What are you seeing in Michigan?
We're seeing essentially the same things in Michigan, except larger number of ballots being stuffed in. It's the old-fashioned stuffing the ballot box. They're just doing it by computer instead of by paper. That's really all it is. They're dragging and dropping files of votes from one person to another instead of just stuffing paper ballots in the ballot box.
Can you
And,
specific?
corruption in elections has been going on forever. I remember LBJ saying,
That's
send
just
some
going
guys
off.
down to the
He said,
cemetery
can you
because
what? Can
those
you
people, if they were
specifically
left,
what?
would have voted for me.
Ask
And
the
they picked their
question.
name
Ask
and
the
birth
question,
date,
dude.
And that's what they did.
So it's Saturday night.
But it's
Can you preview for us as specifically as you can what's going to happen this coming week, starting Monday morning? Tell us where you're going to file, what you expect to happen by Friday.
Well, I don't, personally, I don't expect to file anything by Monday. I'm hoping we can get it ready by Wednesday. If not, it should be ready by Friday.
Okay, so what
But
will
it's
you
a
file on
massive
Wednesday and what will you
project
file on
full
Friday? Follow
putting
up, dude.
together
Follow up.
With the evidence that I want to put in.
So are you saying
begin with.
you're going to
And
file?
remember, this isn't a summary judgment motion where we actually have to produce any evidence now. Your typical lawsuit, you just file a statement of what the charges are without any affidavits or anything.
Cheers,
Are you saying you're
Deborah.
The way
the
the
same?
media is going about
Cheers,
this
David.
is
Cheers,
absolutely
Megsy.
ridiculous and unreasonable to
Cat,
expect
smokes
us to
along.
put evidence in right now.
Karsten,
Although we know
Cyberstuff.
election issues are on an expedited schedule.
Deborah,
But I could
chestnuts
wait a month
roasted.
to file a
Karsten,
fraud
ask
case
dude.
and everybody'd have to undo their certifications because it's so bad.
But are you saying you're going to file the same case in multiple jurisdictions or in one jurisdiction?
Each one's a little bit different depending on what happened in the state,
Okay, that's
the
reasonable.
different manner and means and the evidentiary aspects that support each one. We've got different affidavits from different witnesses in each of the states. So there are going to be some differences between them.
You
But there are going to
realize
be claims that
realize what's
are
going to happen.
identical.
Judges, whether they are appointed by Donald Trump or not, these federal judges, when these cases come through their courts, they're gonna dismiss the cases because they're not gonna risk their judgeship over doing something illegal. It doesn't matter that Donald Trump appointed these judges into their, and you watch. They've refused, they've shot down every fucking case that they presented, and they will continue to do so. That's the risk a judge takes when they want to be corrupt. Right now, the entire world, their eyes are on all of these cases. None of these judges are going to fuck off. Watch. Every single case is going to go down. And she's just, they're basically, on Niagara Falls on the river, going before Niagara Falls on a barrel, and she's doing this with her feet. Like Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble in their car before they take off with their feet in the car, with their feet going it's their feet take off, and they go take off, and she's just fucking sitting there going with her feet on a fucking barrel in that giant fucking river headed towards Niagara Falls, just trying to get you fucking cunt suckers to send them more money, because all this is a fucking sales pitch to y'all to try to get you to send money. This is going to go nowhere. It's just going to drain you of millions and millions of dollars. It's going straight to Donald Trump.
Some of the legal claims are going to be identical. For example, in a number of states, there were modifications to the machine after the statutory cutoff date that should invalidate every vote cast on the machine. I mean, Georgia cannot. There's no way Georgia can proceed to
You're welcome, Evan.
election using
You're welcome.
those machines for the runoff candidates.
Yeah.
That's absolutely absurd.
Evan, keep looking.
As we wrap
Keep
this
looking.
up, Sydney, I think everybody at home right now
Identify
wants to
all
see
the
this.
females.
They want to see what you say you've seen. Is that going to be possible at any point? Are we going to be able to see some of these?
Dude, that's what I said. If you've got quarter increments, if you've got fractional increments of votes, that would show me that there's something fucked up going on. There should be no fractional votes. Show me that. Can you show me that? But listen to what his question is right here. It's fucking awesome. Listen to this question.
This up, Sydney. I think everybody at home right now wants to see this. They want to see what you say you've seen. Is that going to be possible at any point? Are we going to be able to see some of these problems and some of these issues, the way these systems work and the way this Dominion works?
Dude, can I just say, I don't know what she's about to say, but I'm on the edge of my fucking seat, man, waiting to find out. Oh my God, here we go.
Yes, and there's actually evidence online now. I mean, we need to try to get our website up to date with the complaints that have already been filed. But exhibits were attached, for example, to Lynn Wood's complaint in Georgia that are remarkable and stunning, including the affidavit of the young man from Venezuela who saw Hugo Chavez create how they did the software, hire people to do it and get it done, and then how it worked to make sure he won every election thereafter. That's what it's designed to do. Their own handbook tells you that these things are features of their system.
Right.
Are we supposed to think they didn't use the features? Heck no, they used them. And they used them against their own candidates. The Democrats used them against Bernie Sanders in 2016. And somebody even told him what had been done to him when Hillary Clinton won that primary, and he didn't. And instead of standing up for the American people and the right to vote, he sold out.
You're saying Dominion, the Smartmatic Dominion system was used in 2016 when Hillary beat Bernie in the primary?
Yes.
Wow. I don't think we had heard that yet. That's an incredible development right there. And you say he knows that. Bernie Sanders knows that.
It's an incredible development.
Yes, the person who sent me the data told me that they informed Bernie Sanders of all their findings, and he didn't do anything except get enough money to buy another fabulous house.
Oh, God. Dude, did she just say that?
I'm telling you, it's been used for both parties. One of the big...
Dude, did she literally just fucking say what she just said about Bernie Sanders? I mean, I don't like Bernie Sanders anymore. I don't. But that was uncalled for. And that was just demonstration of where this fucking lawyer cunt, where she really's at. You know, wow. You guys want to hear it again? I think we're all good on it, right?
Problems is that we don't know who was elected by buying their election through Dominion. I'm sure it crosses party lines. That's not an accusation against every politician. It's certainly not meant to be, but it means we don't know which ones got elected that way and how much they knew about
You don't know anything.
how it was being used
You don't know anything.
or against them. Certainly
You don't
not
know
against them.
anything.
But I'm reasonably certain at this point that John James was ripped out of his seat, and he was entitled to have won that election by the real vote.
Let me tell you something else.
True for Doug Collins
Let me let you guys in.
No telling how
Let
they
me let you guys in on a little secret, right? If she had 1/4 of the evidence that she claims she has, if she had 1/8 of the evidence that she claims she has, if she had 1/100th of the evidence that she claims she has, she would not be on podcasts. She wouldn't be on television. She wouldn't be anywhere telling anybody about it. They'd be diligently working on their case, getting it all nailed down, number one. And number two, they wouldn't be exposing what they had. So all she's doing is fucking playing lawn darts in the dark right now. And she's throwing arrows up in the air. And brother, in this game, those lawn darts come down. You better hope they don't fucking come down and land on your fucking foot. And that's what she's about to fucking do right here. And watching it happen is priceless. I can't believe. Okay, 28 people now. Okay, there you go. I'm telling you, I can't believe that there aren't more people watching this right now, just because it is just so fun. It is so fun to watch. Once you understand what's being said and you understand that she literally has no evidence and she's doing this because she is Donald Trump's lawyer. Do you guys want to see what I can see here? Do you want to see what I can see? Look at this. Now you will see everything. Watch. This is what I'm looking at. Look. On the phone, attorney Sidney Powell. There you go. There you go. Just in case, Newsmax. Attorney, President Trump's legal team. See that? Just so you guys can see that I want to make sure you guys are aware of who you're listening to and what's being said.
Congressional candidates should have won that lost by the addition of 35,000 votes per Democrat or the algorithm that they were running against whoever they wanted to target. I mean, you can do it candidate by candidate.
That is something else. I mean, that's just
That is
it's
something
mind blowing. Sydney, what you're
It
alleging, I can't even imagine, and I hope that you will join us again to talk about what you continue to find as you continue to investigate.
I will do that, and I'll try and get more stuff up online this week. We've got some
Or just
website
email it
issues,
to
and
us.
of course, people are trying to hack us and everything else. But
Right.
Democratic Congresswoman Carolyn Maloney wrote the Treasury Secretary about this very issue in 2003, I think it was.
17
So
years
people have been complaining about it, and the government's done absolutely nothing except
Wait.
whatever it wants
Okay,
to do.
okay. Oh my God. Well, who has been the government for the last 4 years? You know, this is one of the funniest arguments that the right always makes: is the government does nothing. It's the government's fault, dude. You guys are in power, okay? You got the Senate. You got the presidency. You guys could have fixed this. You could have changed it for the last 4 years. You've had to do shit, but you wanted to be on Twitter and hosting fucking Kanye West to the White House. You know, I don't know what to tell you except thank you for the fucking entertainment. We are really just enjoying this. It is some of the finest stuff. I couldn't make this stuff
Very
up,
issue
man.
In 2003, I think it was.
17
So
years
people have been complaining about it, and the government's done absolutely nothing except whatever it wants to do. People have been complaining about it, and the government's done absolutely nothing except whatever it wants to do. The government's done absolutely nothing. People have been complaining about it, and the government's done absolutely nothing. People have been complaining about it, and the government's done absolutely nothing. People have been complaining about it, and the government's done absolutely nothing except whatever it wants to do. People have been complaining about it, and the government's done absolutely nothing. People have been complaining about it, and the government's done absolutely nothing except whatever it wants to do. The government's done absolutely nothing except whatever it wants to do. The government's done absolutely nothing. 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 2003, I think it was.
17
So
years
people have been complaining about it, and the government's done absolutely nothing except whatever it wants to do.
It's like when I go out in the woods in the morning and I hear the first birdies chirping. You know, little chirpy chirps. It's like morning dew on the leaves that's reflecting the sunlight. It is my morning coffee. It is like music to my ears, listening to this soundbite over and over again.
So who is really pulling the strings here? This very issue in 2003, I think it was.
17
So
years
people have been complaining about it, and the government's done absolutely nothing except whatever it wants to do. People have been complaining about it, and the government's done absolutely nothing except whatever it wants to do. So who is really pulling the strings here? Was.
17
So
years
people have been complaining about it, and the government's done absolutely nothing except whatever it wants to do. So who is really pulling the strings here and choosing the American officials pursuant to this system? Because it's not the people of the United States of America, and that's supposed to be who it is.
It's just something else. And like you said,
Jesus.
prominent Democrat politicians have complained about the usage of this system in this country. Sidney Powell.
Oh my God! At the very end, they go Democratic people the Democrats have been complaining about this system. Oh my God! It is fucking psychotic.
Prominent Democrat politicians have complained about the usage of this system in this something else. And like you said, prominent Democrat politicians have complained about the usage of this system in prominent Democrat politicians have complained about the usage of this system in prominent Democrat politicians have complained about the usage of this system in prominent Democrat politicians have complained about the usage of this system in prominent Democrat politicians have complained about the usage of this system in the
You had every opportunity to fix it, and you didn't do dick. You didn't do dick. You know? You had every opportunity to fix it, Democratic, we're just going to ignore what the Democratic senators are saying. We're just going to ignore you. We're not going to listen to anything you say. I'm Mitch McConnell. We're going to stand you up at every point that you say. You don't like the Dominion software? Well, we're not going to do anything for you on that either. Oh, we're going to not do that. Okay. You know what? Don't come crying to me. That's what my mom used to say. Don't come crying to us. You were the president for the last 4 years, you little bitch. You had the fucking Senate for the last 4 years, you little bitch. What do you want? You had the fucking Supreme Court. You could have done anything you wanted to do, but you were literally so busy doing your little hate fucking tasks that you didn't do what you should have done. You were so busy gerrymandering and trying to push fucking voter ID, instead of fixing the faulty fucking, voting system. So you go ahead and you pay for the fucking recount and we'll sit back and watch you lose again. It'll be fucking hilarious. Harley Handy says Donald Trump, the bunker bitch. I wonder if Donald Trump gets CIA protection, gets Secret Service protection in prison. I'm sure that's been said before. By me, I think, actually. What is this, some sort of stain on my shirt? Oh, yeah, it is, actually. I'm going to show you guys a little trick. I got me a little stain on my shirt here. This is a little bleach spots here. See this? I got crazy with the bleach. Look here. Look at this. Take me a little Sharpie. Poof-low. It's like it's not even there. What? You don't even freaking see it anymore. What are you talking about, pal? It's invisible. Shut up, you. You're very good. Actually, now it looks like a big ink splotch across my I should have been more careful when I did it, but I just kind of drew a big line. But still, it's not as easy to see. No. So, it doesn't stand out like this little fucking whatever the fuck. I'm sure it'll wash out the permanent ink. Anyway, you're supposed to just dot the little spots. Don't fucking draw a line across them. Because I'm high and stupid. I'm being high and stupid right now. Ugh. I got this shirt when I was with Robert Mulligan, everybody. Bam. Oh, my six-pack is showing. Preparing like a pro. I'm so fucking medicated right now. Yeah, what am I doing today? What's today? Saturday or Sunday? It's a Saturday. Today's Sunday. I got my the Jeep is all tightened down, man. That fucking Jeep is bad as fuck right now. Big old fucking fat ass tires on it. I put my air conditioning. It's not air conditioning. It's just two little fans, but the fans come with two-sided tape, man. And you put the two-sided tape on the back of the fan base, and you can stick them anywhere. And I put that shit on the inside on the dash, down low, where you can aim them right at the two people that are. It's fucking on. There's just the perfect amount of space there for it, and it plugs in the cigarette lighter. And then I'm getting two fucking 12-volt heaters, too, that are going to go in there. I'm going to mount them little fuckers in there, too. So there's going to be heat and fans. Pretty goddamn cool. All running off the 12-volt. I know what you're wondering. You're like, bro, how are you going to run multiple things off the 12-volt? Amazon sells a 12-volt, like a 3-way output off of a single 12-volt. So you could plug multiple things into it. Boom. I haven't even opened the box yet. I got a whole bunch of them. I got one for every vehicle. I haven't even looked at the thing yet. I even have one on my quad. I'm like, I could be on my quad. I could be using my laptop and charging my cell phone on my quad, man. You know? With one of these little cigarette things. It's fucking bad as fuck. Like a little generator. I've also got this 12-volt to AC converter. You can't really, you don't want to use it for things like a hair dryer or fucking space heater or something like that. But you could easily power a laptop or, you know, a small electric device like a cell phone charger. You could probably charge battery. Yeah, I don't know if it's got the amperage to charge a battery for my backpack stuff, for my Echo stuff, which is like, there's a chainsaw. Maybe it would, though. Maybe it would. Wouldn't that be fucking crazy? You could do it all. I bet you it would if you had the quad running, idling, like a generator. You know? Huh. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud here. I'm just thinking out loud. I don't like to think out loud too much. But yeah, small stuff, right, Karsten? Heat and air, awesome, says Kat. Love morning sounds of nature, right? Sharpie, bleach, and toxic chemicals warfare, says Deborah. Did you ever find out the shifting problem throttle response? No. You know, this guy at Diesel Freak, he's great, man. He's like, ship it to me. He's like, I'll tune it for you. He's like, and I'll ship it back to you. And I guarantee you I'm going to fix that problem that you're having. And other people that have gone through him, same thing. The reason why I haven't done it yet is because I paid another company to tune it for me. And they fucked it up. You know, and they owe me. They either have to fix it or give me my money back. You know, so I have to ship it back to them first. The thing is, though, it's kind of cool, is when I ship it back to them, the guy that works there is going to send me his. So I'll be able to try the other ECU in his ECU in my Jeep and see if that was the problem or not. I'll know pretty goddamn quick when I try to climb this one hill. You know? If it just goes, what? I'll just be like, oh, fuck. You know, I'll be like, that's the way this thing's supposed to fucking drive. You hit the accelerator, it's supposed to downshift. And know that it's supposed to downshift. And, you know, it's just, it doesn't do that. You know, I can do it with the shifter, though. I have to start from a dead stop. I have to have it in L1, dead stop, and punch it, or go 3/4 with the throttle, and then shift it in a second, L2. It's, you know, L2. It depends on where the gearbox is what the L1's, the L2 is, actually, and the drive, of course, because it's an automatic transmission. But when you're from a dead stop, it's first gear. When you hit, and it stays in first gear. And when you put it in L2, it goes in second gear, and it stays in second gear until you wind it out. Now, if you're on a straightaway, you wind out second gear, this is kind of fun. You pop it into drive, and it goes into third gear, and you give it 3/4 throttle, and if third gear winds normally, the thing's going to go. It'll accelerate all the way up to like 65 miles an hour. I think I've had it up to 63. I want to take it out on the highway and see how fast I can get it, actually. I might just do that today, you know? I might just take Rogie out and we'll go for a little spin. Also, I said today's Saturday. I wonder if, oh no, Sunday. No, so they're not open. When you're in drive now, right? If you're not going up a hill, you're fine. Now, if you're going up an incline, sometimes what you can do is you go into drive and 3 starts to go into 4, you slam it back down into L1, and it will go down. Usually, it'll go down into second or third gear. It'll go down in third gear, and you can wind out third gear and then pop it into L2, and you can wind out fourth gear. Then you put it in drive, and then sometimes it'll go and you lose power. You might have to put it back down. It just depends. It's bullshit. You shouldn't have to do any of that. And doing that, it should totally respond, you know, which you don't really want to do that. You just want to it's an automatic. The whole point of having an automatic is that thing should fucking downshift at the right time. It should kick down. They call it kick down. I'm learning all kinds of shit about motors. You know what this guy said to me on the Roxor enthusiasts? It's called the Mahindra Roxor enthusiasts group on Facebook. If you guys want to join it, I'm in that group. It's cool. This guy said to me, he said, "I'm not really comfortable with your mechanical skills." I don't think I'm not comfortable with my mechanical skills either, but I'm definitely not going to puncture a hole in my turbo so I can monitor the fucking the vacuum, you know? I'm not going to puncture a hole in it. That's what this guy was telling me to do. He's like, "You're going to have to put a bung hole or some sort of you're going to have to put some sort of a..." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that." This other guy's like, "Yeah, I'm using my wastegate." I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I did. I went on my wastegate." He's like, "I don't even use my wastegate. It's not even plugged in." He probably broke the nipple off of his, too. You know? But mine's not putting out enough pressure to open up the wastegate, I'm pretty sure. It puts out 5 psi out of the wastegate. So I'm waiting on the enthusiast group. I'm waiting, actually. There should be someone. I said that. I'm like, "Look, I'm only putting out 5 psi on the wastegate, and I want to hear what people say." Because that could be a turbo boost leak somewhere. That could be that exactly. There is a leak somewhere inside there, and I have to find it. And the way to do it is you inject air into the turbo section, and you listen to hear if you hear leaks, and then you find the leaks and you fix them. It sounds like I've got an issue, but you know, I'm only getting 5 psi. Even whenever I'm winding it out to 4K. And that's the other thing. Should I only be able to wind out to 4K on the... I don't know. Nick, if you can look it up on the internet, it's a 2.5 diesel, turbo diesel. It's a 2.5 turbo diesel, very common, I guess, with the Saabs and the, I want to say, Subarus. But this thing only winds up to 4,000 RPM. And I want to know why it stops dead at 4,000, you know? It's like it gets up to 39, boom. Can't go any, it just goes pop, pop. It doesn't even go pop, 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 pop. It just goes, it's like, it won't go any higher than that, you know? 4,000. It's like, I want to take that bitch up to 9, man. It's a goddamn diesel. Fuck it. How fast will that fucker go? You know? The leak sounds right to me. Yeah, but here's the problem: is trying to figure out a way to is typical. Really, really, Nick, out the wastegate. RPM. RPM. Oh, 4 to 5,000 RPMs typical in diesel. Okay, it's 4,000, bro. It's dead. The computer stops it at 4,000. Fuck. Yeah, man. 4 to 5,000 RPMs typical in diesels. Yep. Hey, Billy, what's up? Some kind of weird. Right. It's like a rev limiter, right? My truck red lines at 2,000. Oh. Oh. Okay. So I should be cool with 4K. Okay. So the only thing I need to find out now is what should my output PSI be at the wastegate on a 2.5 diesel. I should be able to Google that, right? Okay. 2.5 turbo diesel wastegate PSI. Volvo 2.5 turbo. Ford Focus 2.5 turbo. Oh my God. 35 PSI. Jesus fucking Christ. Engine specs 2.5. And you think I would get the goddamn wastegate pressure? It's spelled just like it's pronounced. Mahindra. Mahindra. Okay, here, they're talking about it. They're talking about I found it. Wastegate boost. I got it, man. 9 PSI. All right, let me see what this one says. This is teamroxer.com. I've got some time at work and tuned in. Anyone fancy doing a bong for me? Levi. Yeah, somebody do a bong rip for Levi. It's 420 in Newfoundland. Okay. I think I read where a stock 2.5 runs about 9 PSI boost. Okay. Had Vivid Stage 2 with turbo boost to 16 PSI. They remap fuel supply and timing to keep EGT in line. Drive more on blacktop than off-road. Yes, I did have Stage 1. They will credit you for Stage 2. Stage 1 was great. How it should have been from factory, but it left me with gas on the floor in third and fourth gear. What does that mean? Left me with gas on the floor in third and fourth gear. That's like the problem I'm having. I think new Stage 2 where you feel power in torque. Don't wind up past 2,500. Pull strong, no black smoke. I think it's perfect. No, I did not replace clutch. Driving around town, maybe no need down the road. If I need to replace, we'll be happy to. Love the tune and the power. Yeah, I had coffee. Yep. Yes, yes, I just had coffee. I'm always having coffee. All day. Until nighttime. Here comes Vivid Racing with turbo boost to 16 psi. Nobody really, I don't know, man. I gotta get those specs. It gets to about 10 or so. Holy fucking... He put them right in his dashboard, man, and they look just like the rocks are fucking... That's awesome, man. The gauges he installed, he had to put some big fucking holes in there, man, but that's cool, man. He had to drill some big fucking holes. Holy shit. He's got a picture of the wastegate. Oh, there it is. IWG 75. It's called an IWG 75. Huh. Why don't I see the fucking hose coming out of it? I guess that is the hose, huh? Wow, universal wastegate. They're everywhere, dude. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh my God. You can get one for 60 bucks on fucking eBay, dude. There's the wastegate, man. I'm so happy I can fix my fucking wastegate. Yes. Looking for something else. I found this. Oh, I'm so fucking happy. Yes, that's the wastegate. Dude, I'm so fucking happy. Same day shipping. Dude, you gotta love that. What? So fucking excited. Holy shit, man. I can't believe I found this. Hey, Pro Dragon. Does it have a boost gauge on the truck? I installed a boost gauge. I put one on. That's how I know what my PSI is. Okay, man, there it is. They got it. They got everything, bro. I can't believe I found this fucking wastegate for $74.35. I'm so excited, man. I can't believe I found this fucking wastegate just like that. Boom! Oh. God bless America. I need to share that on my group, on my users group. For all the broken nipples out there. For all the broken nipples in the Mahindra Roxer enthusiasts group, I found something for y'all. Oh my god. My friend Dino gave somebody a tattoo. It's fucking awesome, actually. Awesome fucking tattoo. I would let him give me a tattoo, actually. Looking at that one. Okay. Okay. If they fail, the engine is poof. Well, no, dude, this isn't a really important piece, bro. It's basically just it's just a thing that the air goes through. You can't fuck something like that up, you know what I mean? It's just something air goes through. It's not going to ruin anything, even if it fails. The circumstances are right. Yeah, this if the circumstances are right. Huh. Oh, jeez. Dude, I've got a leak. This guy's fucking PSI as his wastegate is unplugging the line to the wastegate. His PSI was 12 to 13. And mine is 5. Ah, man, I'm so glad this guy told me that. Now I know. His pressure was 12 to 13 PSI. That's all I had to know, man. You know, it's probably not even, I probably don't have to ship off I probably don't have to ship off my tune, man. I don't have to ship off my ECU. It's not the fucking ECU. You know what I'm saying? It's not the fucking ECU. It's the goddamn, oh man. There's a boost leak somewhere in that fucker. And I need to find it. I gotta find the boost leak, man. All right, that's what I'm working on. All right, you guys, thanks for watching my show. Hope you all had fun. Take care. I will see you on the next one. This afternoon, most likely. Love y'all. Take care. Bye, guys. Check out my friend Ron Placone. RonPlacone.com and LucyandRon.com.